Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so first things first, just like we have been starting the last couple, we will be selling half of the oak of an oak tree, so we'll be then selling the rest right after this. It gets a nice little jump in the bank account. During the summer months, really, we don't have a ton that's sold. Outside of, well, trees, really, because peas are like a wintertime, January crop. Obviously, we'll have oats to sell around that time. We have a lot of things, obviously, that are waiting for later. Oh, it's kind of foggy out. I did not notice that until just now. Yeah, this will probably bring another 10 grand or so. I took this right around where the tent was. So the goal is to kind of open up the area a little bit, because eventually, obviously, I want to get a shed in there, get an actual house, expand the farm. Obviously, it's a ways out from that, but you never know, though. It doesn't take that much for things to really turn around quickly, especially because we have a silo now, so we can store crops for as long as we need. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if, whenever we get more land, and we'll have a new tractor, I'm sure by then, planter, we're not terribly far off from really getting things going. Obviously animals are something on the list, but some of that stuff might wait until we have more land. It's just, you gotta plan on what's gonna make the most financial sense of using your land the best. Is it best to use the land for an animal, chickens or goats or something, or is it best to use it for a crop? What's going to be the most profitable? And let's get this sold. $10,500, like I said. Oak trees are quite profitable. That's why I'm trying to sell at least one a month. As long as we have, obviously, as long as we have them, which better said than done, or better said than any. Oh, the Chrome just left. But yeah, $177,000, and it's the 400 horsepower version. Yeah, 418 horsepower. Like that would be so nice to have, obviously, especially right now, but we're so far away that, yeah, this wouldn't be bad, but of course, horsepower's a little high. And horsepower's high for this too, otherwise that wouldn't be bad. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Like I said before, I'm thinking like this tractor's probably going to be the bet once we get the money. It's just going to take a while to get there. I am trying to keep an eye out, obviously, for any sort of mods that come out. Maybe there's something, a better deal that comes out at some point, but I haven't seen any. But obviously, I am keeping an eye out, best I can at least. Try to check the latest mods every couple of days, usually. Well, we'll race on back. We'll pick up the rest of the oak tree. Then the plan today is likely to get the 2 fields that we just harvested. We'll get those plowed up, and I would assume we'll probably have enough time to get the 1 replanted. We'll see how much time we have today. Alright, so here is the last half of the oak tree. Get this sold as well. It's probably going to be like 5 grand. It's usually quite a bit less, about half compared to the first load. Obviously, it's just how it is. Obviously, the bottom half of the tree is going to have more wood on it. That's where the trunk, the base of the tree is going to be. So it makes sense. But, alright, so I think we'll just head on back. We'll grab the plow. We can start getting the 2 fields that we just harvested last time plowed up. Get those ready for planting. Like I said, I'm thinking we'll be able to get one of the 2 fields planted. Then next month we can get the other one planted, which Really is not that big of a deal if they're off by 1 month. Honestly, it might be preferred that we're not always having 2 fields at the same time. And then, yeah, we'll see. I think that'll probably be what we'll get done today. Next month, we'll see. Obviously, we'll have 1 field to plant. Second layer of fertilizer. Shouldn't be any weeds, though. Which is kind of a bonus. We'll have to see where I'm at financially. Maybe we can look at getting a new tractor. I kind of doubt it. I think it's a guarantee this winter. Because we have, obviously, what, $20,000, almost $20,000 in oats. There's 26 grand in peas to be sold. We have a decent amount of money to be sold. And this wood is just in the sawmill that we have at the farm. It's making planks, which is making us more money than that would. So it's just a longer period, obviously, to do. Alright, so we're rolling back into the farm. We'll get the trailer dropped off. We'll grab the plow. And kind of show you where I grabbed the oak tree from. It's basically directly behind the tent. You can see there's a lot more room back there. I took the oak tree, and then there was one... It was one of the pine trees. I forget which one it was. It wasn't the lodgepole. That's for certain. But I took that one. I put that one in the sawmill, but the oak tree I obviously sold. There's still a handful of oaks out here. Some of them I'm trying not to take. The ones directly around the water I'm going to probably take, though. Because I'm going to almost have the farm almost situated around it. It's kind of the goal. Be like a U-shape almost farm. We'll just be going around it. The only, obviously, issue is for like sheds, I'm going to have to make sure there's enough room to position to back into it. If we have, a really long planter or something like that, we're going to have to obviously manage to get that backed in, or driving around if we have a semi at some point. We're going to have to, plan ahead for those things, but still, it's not too bad. Right, let's make sure I don't have crate fields on. Okay. So obviously, I don't need fields created. I'm just plowing up what we already have. The main reason I am doing this because our seeder is not a direct seeder. Also positive is we won't get weeds from this, so I don't have to buy herbicide or a weeder or anything like that. So it's cheaper. As far as I know, we're still getting a pretty good yield. I can check once we get all the way around. I can check the barley field there, see if the yield is in the 90s for percentages. It'll always be in the 90s. That's mainly because we're not rolling the field. An obvious negative, though, is it does create, some ridges, so it's not as easy just to drive over when you're planting or anything like that. It's a little bit rough, but it's not the end of the world. It's still pretty manageable, obviously. Yeah, let's check the barley here. Should be in the 90s. And it is 80, so we must be getting an obvious negative, though, with it being plowed. Because I think that is how it is in base game, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's go farther in. 92. Yeah, okay. We don't have lime on this very outer edge of this field. Because I extended it, and then I planted it, and I was like, wait, I didn't put lime on, and you can't put lime afterwards. But it has 92%, so that does make sense. I think rolling is it like, it's like a 4% yield increase, something like that. So we might be getting a little bit of a negative, but it's certainly not noticeable. Like 92 is pretty average for a field. Getting 100% is obviously probably not worth it, considering the cost involved. Especially for us, because it adds another work item that we have to do. And I would prefer to try to put more time into, whatever side project we got going on, whether it's trying to cut trees down to make money or something like that, over getting an extra, 4% yield or whatever it is for rolling a field. I feel like it might be better long run. Or once we get obviously more busy with, a lot more fields, it's probably going to be more cost effective to get one of the other fields planted over getting one rolled. Obviously, if you're doing like multiplayer though, that would it might be worth it in that case, especially if don't have a huge farm. Somebody can easily go around and roll some fields and get a nice bonus yield off of it. Probably is worth it then. As long as you aren't, leaving fields sit for a while or something. As long as all the items still get done regardless. We are at a half a tank. The plan is though, would we sell this tractor when we buy a new one? I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure even this, I don't think this or this one has a front loader on it, which obviously we don't have one on ours right now, but we could add it. $1,500 plus, the loader itself. Honestly, this tractor's probably not worth that much anymore. If I look, oh yeah, it's 15 grand actually. Not bad. Certainly more than the Cedar, $500. Oh, that's that's technically not ours. It's for store use only. The main reason we haven't let the pallets for the planks and stuff spawn is because we can't pick it up. I have super strength. I could use it, but for the most part, I'm going to try to keep things as realistic as I can. The peas are a little bit different. That's just because the pallets themselves, without super strength, you can still pick them up. They're light enough. So obviously, I don't think you'd probably be able to pick it up. Maybe you could. I don't quite know how much weight a giant thing of peas would be. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that much. I don't know. Be tough, I feel like. Saw something was in the sales. A big weeder. I don't think we have a use for that. An obvious negative, though, is once we get a new tractor, we'll get a new planter. That'll be a direct drill. So we won't have a use for plowing first. So we'll likely be looking at then getting a hoe or a sprayer and herbicide or something. I mean, we could continue just to plow it for a while, too. Just because it's direct drill don't mean we can't plant into a plowed field, obviously. This is quite nice for not having weeds. It's a way around having that extra cost. I'm quite glad that I went this route, to be honest. Having a bigger plow like this. Well, I think what I'll do a time lapse. We'll get this field here all plowed up, and then the one over there, we'll get that one finished as well. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
How do I sing
Alright, so we are just about done here. Get that folded on up, and then we can get this put back into the yard, probably, the usual spot, the current spot where all of the equipment is. Obviously, it's not really a permanent area. It's a temporary solution that will hopefully at some point get put into a shed. Probably by the where the harvester is. That's probably the plan for a more permanent solution at some point over there. I think is that the second time I've had it fall over on me? The hill is obviously it's not very flat there, and it must just be enough that. Alright, so let's find the fertilizers right up there. Alright, so the plan is to put oats into these fields, because then they should be harvested and everything come the high price, which will allow us, obviously, to get basically 2 harvests out of both of the fields by the time it's ready to sell. So then we're looking at like $39,000, somewhere right around there, which is a pretty good penny, really. I mean, it's a lot more than what we have been making. Alright, so let's probably do steering assist, I'm thinking. And I kind of want to do 2 only. That's not really how I would do the lines. Just personally, I wouldn't do it that way. Honestly, this direction isn't bad. I'll probably be the most long strips. It's similar to how the one is right now, too. Oh, alright. Let's get that lowered and turned on. There we go. Yeah, oats seem to be probably the best bet for this. For the time being, just out of what we have available to us to plant. More than likely, obviously, the future will get some sort of actual planter. I'm not quite sure when that will be, and then we'll probably be doing some more sorghum and soybeans over most other things. Soybeans because it's a nice crop to do for selling in the summer. It's a June, July sell crop, so considering that I'm kind of really backing it up pretty poorly. Considering everything that we sell right now is during the winter, it'll be a nice change of pace. We can actually get, some money during the actual summer months. It's supposed to be raining here shortly, right? It's a ways out still. Okay. Shouldn't have to worry about it then. Yeah, obviously it's a long term away. It's a long time. Tractor's probably not too terribly far, and honestly, after that, even the planter wouldn't be that far. Because we're gonna make a lot of money this winter. If I had to bet, we would be pretty dang close to making $100,000 this winter. So it's definitely possible that we're looking at some sort of planter at the same time. It's just obviously got to make sure we can afford everything else alongside it. So I'd probably want to buy the, is it a horse? I think it's a horse. The horse hoe that's in base game, because I think that would be quite a nice addition too. It'd be a lot better than doing herbicide, spraying the fields. With herbicide, you do get a decrease slightly in yield. Obviously, it's a chemical, so it can hurt your yield. Alright, so now I think I can probably use steering assist on all of the rest of the field. Maybe more straighter lines. This side of the field is just all over the place. It's always been like that. Just because it's just kind of how I had to plow it up, obviously with the tree line there. Well, I think I'll probably just do another time lapse. We'll get this just, finished out nice and quick. I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, though, that is this field, for the most part, plain. It's just this one strip left, and the whole field is done and ready, well, to grow. It's ready to grow. We'll have to get the second layer of fertilizer next month. I would there might be some bits. Okay, sometimes there's like bits that are already been double fertilized. Sometimes there's not. So we'll have to do the whole thing, it looks like. This field here will get planted next month is the goal. I would think that should easily be done. We'll likely try to cut maybe another oak tree off camera. I'll get it cut down. I'll get it loaded up at least. We'll sell another one of those. Really, going into next month, we'll likely have $50,000. Once you figure in what the sawmill will be selling, which usually is about $4,000 a month. So, and actually, I did want to talk about this. This one's got an update because we can fit a lot more liters in here. Before, I think the cat was 60,000 liters. It's a little bit more now. Just a little bit. I don't know how it got so big, though. It's like, yes, it's a straight up, 10 million more. What's the capacity of this? I'm curious, is that close enough where it's somehow affecting that? Alright, silos are here. 40,000. Oh, I bet you it's close enough where it's affecting this. Okay, I think this didn't get an update. This is just close enough that it's thinking that it has more space. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It doesn't show the water. Yeah, that's weird. That's a little bit of a visual, well, not a visual glitch. A menu glitch? Yeah, I just realized that. Okay. This didn't get an update. It's just how it is. This tree, it's not actually a tree. It's part of the mod. But we'll probably cut another tree down. I'm not sure where at, though. Do I start moving fully around, opening up a larger space? Do I try to move backwards? Obviously, oaks are probably the way to go for selling. I mean, if we start at $50,000 next month, and then we'll get another one sold, we're looking at, what, $65,000 end of next month? Somewhere right around there. Then we'll be a couple of months away from harvest or anything like that. Honestly, after getting those fields planted and everything, I'm not quite sure what we'll have to do the following month. I could potentially do contracts because that is on the map. That's if there's something good in here. Is a fertilizing contract the best? Probably not. The deadwood is it's not worth it. Just to be honest, honestly, that's not that far out, and it's not really worth it. I guess we could put it into our own sawmill. The 2 trees. It's not a ton of wood, so it's probably not really worth it. It's not worth that much to us. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.